Now, as you know, this is called the Chaos Awards. And we had 9 different categories. And I have a certain way I am going to announce these because we have SPW Matchup of the Year first, and then we will go on to SPW Deathmatch of the Year. Here are the nominees. Great Southern Trendkill, SPW Women's Championship, Lulu versus Brittany Black. High Times 2, Damian Zeus Miller versus Cocaine. Carnage TV, the Icon King, Twan Montana versus the Phantom, Eddie Walker. This show is canceled. IWA Next Gen Championship 8-man scramble. Violence No Matter What, SPW Women's Championship, Haley Ramon versus Brittany Black. Kill Pop, SPW Heavyweight Championship, The Dog, Rob Anderson versus the King of Chaos, Wes Grimm. And the final nominee, Tokyo Deathwish, Severus Crowley versus Bloodstone. Now, here are the percentages. This show is canceled for the IWA Next Gen Championship 8-man scramble, 10%. Kill Pop SPW Heavyweight Championship, Rob Anderson versus Wes Grimm, 10%. Tokyo Deathwish, Severus Crowley versus Bloodstone, 30%. And the winner with astounding 50%, Great Southern Trendkill SPW Women's Championship, Lulu versus Brittany Black. Congrats, ladies. Congrats. Put up a hell of a showing. All those nominees were great. I want to say that. And I think I could safely say every single nominee for each category is incredible. Now, SPW Deathmatch of the Year. Here are the nominees. Cage of Carnage Mayhem Heavyweight Championship, Logan Slater versus Mitchie Blaze. Tokyo Deathwish SPW Women's Championship, Lil Psycho versus Mickey Knuckles. The World Is Yours Peace, Love, and Deathmatch versus the Deep South Outlaws. Lil Psycho's Madhouse, Lost Souls versus ABT. Theater of Blood Triple Threat, John Wayne Murdoch versus Tommy Trainwreck versus Tyler Arrow. Doors of Hell, Lil Sicko versus JB Anderson. St. Patrick's Day Massacre, Damian Zeus Miller versus Nate Slater. And Merry Effin' Christmas 2, Michael Kruger versus Cousin Condrey. Merry Effin' Christmas 2, Michael Kruger versus Cousin Condrey, 10%. The World Is Yours, Peace, Love, and Deathmatch versus the Deep South Outlaws, 10%. Tokyo Deathwish, SPW Women's Championship, Lil Psycho versus Mickey Knuckles, 20%. And with an astounding 60%, Cage of Carnage, Mayhem Heavyweight Championship, Logan Slater versus Mitchie Blaze. Congrats, gentlemen. Congrats. SPW Moment of the Year. Welcome Jack Graves, who made his return on the recent episode of Carnage TV. Welcome, sir. Here are the nominees. Theater of Blood, The Attack of Otis Kogar. Carnage TV, Maggie Morgan's Return. The World Is Yours, Rob Anderson returning. Carnage TV, Cousin Condrey's debut. Tokyo Deathwish, Daryl Williams becoming double champion. Hell Is Coming 2, Adrian Knight becomes 2-time heavyweight champion. Lil Psycho's Madhouse, Mitchie Blaze returned. Mitchie Blaze versus Skinny Moose. Now, with 20%, Hell is Coming 2. Adrian Knight becomes two-time heavyweight champion. At 10%, Carnage TV, Cousin Condrey versus Cousin Condrey debut. Lil Psycho's Madhouse, Mitchie Blaze versus Skinny Moose, where Mitchie Blaze returned, 30%. And with an astounding 40%, Tokyo Deathwish, Darryl Williams becoming double champion, 40%. And he is the winner. Congrats, Darryl. Congrats, sir. SPW Group of the Year. Here are the nominees. The Syndicate, Lost Souls, the Blood Money Era, the Killer Trifecta, Young, Dumb, and Not Poor. With 18%, The Syndicate. Lost Souls, 36%. Blood Money Era with an astounding 45%. Congrats to them, Blood Money Era. SPW Champion of the Year. Here are the nominees. Lil Psycho, Brittany Black, Syndicate, Hustle and Hostility, Twan Montana, CJ Frost, Adrian Knight, Rob Anderson, Logan Slater, Mitchie Blaze. With 8%, Mitchie Blaze. Hustle and Hostility, 8%. Syndicate, 16%. Lil Psycho, 25%. And with an astounding 41%, Adrian Knight. Congrats, sir. Congrats. SPW Pay-Per-View of the Year. Here are the nominees. Tournament of Mayhem, Theater of Blood, Lil Psycho's Madhouse, World is Yours, All-American Massacre, Cage of Carnage, This Show is Canceled. With 30%, Tournament of Mayhem, Cage of Carnage, 30%. And with an astounding 40%, This Show is Canceled. That was a great show. All the shows were great. SPW Tag Team of the Year. Here are the nominees. Peace, Love, and Deathmatch, Michigan Pillars, Garbage Daddies, Deep South Outlaws, Hustle and Hostility, Echoes of Chaos, and The Syndicate. With 8%, The Michigan Pillars. With 18%, Hustle and Hostility. 18%, Echoes of Chaos. 18%, The Syndicate. And with an astounding 36%, The Deep South Outlaws. Congrats, gentlemen. Congrats. SPW Superstar of the Year. Here are the nominees. Adrian Knight, The Mighty, Jacob Onuayi, Jack Graves, Lil Psycho, Brittany Black, Rob Anderson, Mike Skyros, Twan Montana, and Alex Knight. With 8%, Jacob Onuayi. With 22%, Jack Graves. With 27%, Adrian Knight. And with an astounding 44%, Lil Psycho. Congratulations, madam. Congratulations. Well deserved. All these nominees for each category were great. Any one of them had a chance of winning. I just want to say congrats to everyone. And the winners, congrats. And now, the final award. SPW Deathmatch Superstar of the Year. A foundation which this company was made off of death matches. Here are the nominees. Mickey Knuckles, Lil Psycho, Maggie Morgan, Mitchie Blaze, Logan Slater, Michael Kruger, Danny DeMonto, Otis Kogar, Nomad, and Brian White. With 10%, Mitchie Blaze, 20% Michael Kruger, with 30% Brian White, and with 40% Lil Psycho. Congrats again, madam. Congrats. Now, I'm gonna go through the winners of each award. SPW Match of the Year goes to Great Southern Trendkill, SPW Women's Championship, Lulu versus Brittany Black. SPW Deathmatch of the Year, Cage of Carnage, Mayhem Heavyweight Championship, Logan Slater versus Mitchie Blaze. For SPW Moment of the Year, Tokyo Death Wish, Daryl Williams becoming double champion. SPW Group of the Year goes to the Blood Money Era. SPW Champion of the Year, Adrian Knight. SPW Pay-Per-View of the Year, This Show is Canceled. SPW Tag Team of the Year, The Deep South Outlaws. SPW Superstar of the Year, Lil Psycho. SPW Deathmatch of the Year, Lil Psycho. Congrats to everyone. Congrats. We will also have this return this year, 2026. Stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for the next SPW Carnage TV episode. And stay tuned for what is next. And that's really what I had to go over, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be. Peace out.